Welcome back from vacation. I hope everybody had a nice holiday break, and I also hope that you got to spend some time with your loved ones, even if it was just through a Zoom call. Hopefully, you had a nice vacation. This week, we will be reviewing how to make a digital vocabulary word wall. And to do that, you'll be using Google Slides, Padlet, or Jamboard. This really is a continuation of what we've already been doing with the 7-step vocabulary. In our classrooms, we have word walls, but in our remote spaces, it's also important to ensure that students have a print-rich space that can serve as a reminder for vocabulary words they're learning in class. Organizing all these words they have learned on a digital word wall provides students with an easy reference tool to use as they engage in independent speaking and writing tasks. You can create this space using Google Slides or Padlet, as I said. So first I'm just going to give you an example using Google Slides. So for those of you that are using Google Slides for your 7-step vocabulary words, it's really just as simple as using one Google Slides presentation that will keep a running record of all the vocabulary words that you use in class, and you'll continue to use that Google Slides presentation. This is an example from 10th grade ELA. As you can see, this is divided into units. We have, under literary elements, we have our first word, conflict. So this is going to simply use links that are going to link to specific slides in the presentation so that students can refer back to this presentation and review the vocabulary words that you've already covered in class. So if we click on conflict, it's going to link us right to that slide, and then you will see the 7-step vocabulary presentation for that word. If we go to another word, characterization, it'll take us to that word as well. Now I'm just going to go over the steps on how you can do this. We have a template that you can use here. You're going to make a copy of the template. After you've made a copy of the template, I'm just going to go over quickly some of the steps. So step 1, update slides 1 and 2 with the class name and the title of the units you will be covering along with the words you'll be focusing on for the unit. Step 2, for any 7-step vocabulary word that you have facilitated in your class, copy and paste the following slides into the slide deck under the word title, page, the definition of the word, examples, and any prefix, root, suffix that work you did. Step 3, be sure to change the name of the link on slide 4 for each word by doing the following. Click the word, then click the pencil icon. Next, insert the word. Okay, and as you can see, this is just a blank version of what I showed you from that example, so you'll be able to use it for your class. If you don't use Google Slides, or if you just like to try a different version of a digital word wall, I would recommend using Padlet or Jamboard. I'm going to show you an example from Padlet. If you are not familiar with Padlet, there is a video in the protocol presentation. So if you click on the video, it'll actually show you how to create your own Padlet. So I'll leave that to you, but I will show you an example that I did for English 10 class. This is some of the key concepts that we've been covering this year. So we have our information for each vocabulary word, and then I also include a picture that corresponds to that. There's different formats for different Padlets. I found that this one works the best for this, but I'd encourage you to just check it out and see what works for you. In addition to just pictures, you can also add links to websites and also videos as well. So that is the end of our presentation PD for today. Next week in your department meetings, you will actually have some additional time to work on this with your um, department. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to Mr. Plesac, Mr. Perry, or Grace, and we would be very happy to help you out.